Hey everybody, it's Vanessa Victor here and welcome to my Dyslexic Life. Today I'm going to share with you an experience that happened earlier this week. And it was all around misreading a text message. You know, text messages have just changed the way we communicate, haven't they? It's so easy to send a quick message on text. But often as a dyslexic, we can struggle to read those texts, or we just miss the information in them. For me, my dyslexia shows up more in time management, prioritization, knowing my left and right, and maths. So I can read. I don't struggle to read, but what I do struggle to do is to get the accurate meaning out of what I'm reading. And I could do a whole series of videos on that. But effectively, what I do is I scan through the text message, kind of looking for the pieces of information that I recognize. So I was trying to organize a work call with 4 different people. And one of those people was on a flight. So she'd messaged last week and said, I can't make the call. I'll be flying at that time. So we rearranged the meeting. And then she texted again on the morning of the meeting. And it was really funny because I read it so quickly. And I read that she was being picked up, at 12:45. So then I was like, oh, great, we can have our meeting in the morning, and sent emails out to everybody else to rearrange it again, only to realize that if I'd read the text correctly, what she was actually saying is she's being picked up from the airport at 12:45, where she has arrived, and she couldn't make the call till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was just really funny because it was one of those instances where, being dyslexic, I kind of read that message too quickly, didn't really see the information in it, assumed, or not assumed, but my picture in my head was, oh, that's great, she's not leaving till the afternoon. So I rearranged all the meeting. Now, I've probably spent, about an hour rearranging this meeting. And, it's that type of thing that happens. That one little tiny mistake that I made meant that I then kind of raced off and changed everything again. And then, of course, had to change it back when I realized that she wasn't able to make the meeting after all. And that's just how our dyslexia affects us in our day-to-day life. This is the reality of it. Even though I could use my tools that I have and I could read the message and get the information out of it, my natural talent, tendency is to read super fast. And, the reason we do that is because our brain processes images. That's what our brain thinks in. And thinking in pictures or visual conceptualization is super fast. So often dyslexics will kind of scan read things and just try and pick out the different pieces of information that we need. Of course, the problem is we don't always get the correct information. The difference now is that I understand why I've done this, and so I'm not so hard on myself anymore. I just laughed and, after having rearranged the meeting, then had to rearrange it back again to our original time. And, I just kind of laughed and said, oh, I got completely the wrong end of the stick. I thought you meant that you were being picked up to leave at 12:45 and that you'd have the morning free. But I just really wanted to say, this is what happens in life. And the difference is how I react to that now. And yes, it was a little bit frustrating because I did spend too much time rearranging all these meetings when I didn't have to. But it's also just understanding why it's happened. So, text messages are a great way of communicating. They have changed our lives, definitely. but just for a dyslexic, they can be really challenging. And, you know, so often we get our information from the tone of someone's voice or, you know, watching their body language. You know, dyslexics are very good at that type of thing, of reading people. And of course, when you're just reading words on a screen, you don't get all that extra information. So I guess my advice is maybe just to take a moment before you read a text message and make sure that you kind of read it slower than you normally would. Anyway, I hope you're having a great week wherever you are, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.